All week, ABC 15 has been bringing you interviews with candidates on both sides of the aisle who are running for office this upcoming election. Despite repeated requests for a one-on-one sit-down with Republican candidate for Arizona Attorney General Abe Hamadeh, ABC 15 did not hear back from his campaign for an on-camera interview before our deadline. The latest data from OH Predictive Insights shows Hamadeh polling at 42% with his opponent, Democrat Chris Mays, at 39%. Now, given the margin of error, the race for AG is a dead heat. ABC 15's Justin Pizzera has been following both campaigns from the start and breaks down where Hamadeh stands on abortion, election integrity, and his plan to prosecute criminals and defend victims' rights.
The campaign trail is a relatively new spot for Abe Hamadeh. On this day, back in September, he's at a candidate forum telling the small group why he believes he's the best option to be Arizona's next attorney general. He points to his time in the military as an intelligence officer.
But what we need at the attorney general's office is a leader. And I think leadership skills, being in the military, proves that. And what I was doing in Saudi Arabia, punching way above my weight, negotiating with foreign governments, with the State Department, with the Department of Defense, is helpful. But also being in the courtroom.
Hamadeh is referring to his time at the Maricopa County Attorney's Office, where he prosecuted criminals and says he defended victims' rights. One of the main talking points on his campaign is election integrity. He's been referred to as an election denier, but he says that is not a fair statement.
So I think it's important that we regain the confidence of our elections. I mean, what you saw down in the primary in Pinal County is unacceptable. When they run out of ballots for Republican voters, that's a civil rights violation, in my opinion. So, of course, we should have free, fair, and honest elections, and that's exactly what I've been calling for.
Hamadeh says he decided to run for the AG's office after a 14-month deployment to Saudi Arabia. He says when he got back, things had changed in the U.S.
When I got back here this time last year, I don't say this to be hyperbolic, but in many ways, I no longer recognize our country. If you see what's going down at the border, where 240,000 people are crossing illegally. This is unacceptable. You're seeing the fentanyl crisis that's plaguing our communities in the suburbs and the inner cities. It's unacceptable.
Hamadeh is endorsed by former President Donald Trump. He's pro-life and says he will protect the rights of our children at all stages, beginning at conception, if he's the Attorney General. He says this office is critical and should not be overlooked by the voters.
Too often we focus on the governor. The governor has the ability to create the correct and the right business environment, but the wrong attorney general has the ability to bankrupt businesses. And that's exactly why I'm running, because I want to be the steward of the legal system.
In Phoenix, Justin Pizzera, ABC 15, Arizona.